Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. You're ear-watching Dice & Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines, the Taxi Bard.
I'm Nicole Bates. I play Florian Sewell, the changeling druid that's also a taxi. I don't know. I didn't have a good car thing.
I'm Greg, and I play Ulseth Ralph, who is a furbog fighter.
The change gears druid. Okay.
And you are?
I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress.
What kind of car are you?
I am all the cars... I don't know.
Do we have any announcements?
I mostly just listen to your jokes, and then...
Don't
be
laugh.
lame.
Something else you can listen to is our improv sessions at patreon.com/DiceandDungeons.
Dungeon is Patreon?
It's fine. You can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DiceandDungeons, where we have improv sessions you can listen to. There's a variety of tiers and awards. It's the best way to support the show, so check out patreon.com/DiceandDungeons.
Perfect. As usual, our ongoing sponsor is, of course, Geekified, our incredibly patient, tolerant, and wonderful sponsor. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa that takes online and in-store orders for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. So if you're in the area, swing on by and pick yourself up a pack of cards, maybe a new rulebook, or at the very least, just say hi to everyone. I'd love to see you. And remember that supporting local gaming stores is what keeps hobbies like ours alive and thriving. So head on over to geekifiediowa.com and pick something up the next time you need some supplies. By supporting them, you even support us. So thank you to Geekified and to everyone who supports them in any local gaming store for keeping our craft alive. I think that's all of our announcements.
And what time is it?
What time is it? 8:57.
No.
Oh.
What time is it to do?
Oh! Dungeoneers, let's roll. Last week on Dice & Dungeons, Midnight Brunch managed to get their affairs sorted when it came to the seance, and determining if the pirate lord Ira had indeed meant to give them the deed to their property, which he did. They also managed to secure their next job, which was a bit more of an unusual one. They're being hired as entertainers for a noble's birthday party.
Which noble?
Tomorrow.
Lord
With not much time to prepare, we rejoin Midnight Brunch in the morning at the company house.
Are the breakfast tubes installed yet?
One is.
What comes out of it?
Snakes.
They don't have labels on it yet.
Oh, I go to it.
Okay.
Just into the mouth.
I don't know, activate the lever.
And it gets just a pull.
Like, is there a crank? Is there like a...
So these, they have kind of that front lever.
Oh, like on a fireman's hose, sort of.
Yeah, a little bit like that. It just comes down, and there's a bit of a chute at the bottom, and that's where whatever is in that tube is going to come out.
Can I put a... Are there bowls next
Just
to
put
it?
your mouth under it.
Yeah, there's
I'm
some
not a
bowls.
monster.
There's bowls.
I
here.
When did that happen?
I grab Zoria's bag of holding and I just... You said there are bowls there?
Yeah, there's bowls.
I grab a bowl.
Okay.
I put it underneath the breakfast tube.
Okay.
And I full throttle it.
Full throttle. Okay, oatmeal comes out. Like cooked oatmeal. Just
How much oatmeal?
How long do you hold it?
well, yeah. How
Does
long?
it knock me back? I'm not sure. I'm not paying attention to how.
So you're just kind of. It's the continental breakfast you're growing up. The bowl thrown back.
Does it have like a kill switch?
It does have. You have to keep holding it.
So it does spring back up?
Yeah, it does push itself back up.
There's a little pin, and it has a wire attached to your clothes, so if it knocks you back, it pulls the pin out.
So it's like one of those things that are on like a treadmill
Yeah,
that
yeah.
no one uses because we like to play with death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So you were a nines.
You do have. You get.
Did you have
oatmeal,
fun
yeah.
with the breakfast tube?
But I have a full bowl of.
Oh, it's very full.
Is it like a thick oatmeal so it like goes over the bowl, or is it like
So-
slopping about as I walk to my table?
No, it's a fairly hearty oatmeal, fairly thick. It's not one of the more kind of slurry, very soupy types of oatmeal. Again, it's
So-
thick.
Is there a brown sugar tube?
Tube? No. Bowl? Yes. There's a bowl with a serving spoon.
Okay, I grab the bowl and I just kind of put in my oatmeal.
Like, you take all the sugar that's in the bowl, or you take the bowl and put that in your oatmeal?
It's like when you'd have a beer and you put a shot glass in there.
So you have a bowl. Okay, sure.
I'm spending the 3 hours it takes Nines to get breakfast to read through Perkelian's lab notes.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a service. Did they already replace the bowl?
I
Did
practiced
they already
drawing
replace the
caricatures.
bowl, you said?
Well, I took the bowl. It's inside my other bowl.
I'm practicing making sure that there are two eyes on each. Oh no! If I keep practicing that there are two eyes and someone doesn't have two eyes, if they have one or three or something else, then I would.
You better
then I
practice
have.
for all variations.
Oh,
Just do what's in profile. That's why you only have to do one eye.
What if there's a spider?
I do not know how many eyes. 8 eyes. I am confused in my practicing.
Yeah.
I think
This
we
is-
should do that part anyway.
This is going to go very well.
So, the notes.
Yes.
A lot of this is much harder to read.
Okay.
Not because it's illegible, but because you just don't understand what it's talking about. There's formulas and like chemical names that
I am definitely glossing over any numbers.
there's a lot of numbers
Help
lot of
me
sequence.
read it quickly.
of tables, charts, graphs, notes on experiment results that are I mean they have like was it successful, like a growth, attachment rate, all these terms that you like you can understand the words, but you don't know in what context they're being applied. If that is making sense to you.
Is there any mention? I want to look specifically for the name of that weird scientist guy.
The only name that you see here are names of various members of the Ulfstein-Gratfell family. Mostly Brukelian. Every once in a while, you see Glinvy's name appear. And occasionally some other members, like their father's name appears there. And it looks to be mostly like requisition orders.
Okay. So, is there anything I can glean from this that makes sense?
There are some illustrations that are unnerving, to say the least.
Do they hurt when you look at them?
No.
Not the worst thing in my notebook.
So, there are... How best to describe it? There's illustrations of your armature, and they show needles going into an arm. This is all sort of demonstration. It's got like figure 1, figure 1A, figure 2, 2A, showing different sequences of events.
I should have a pretty good grasp on any anatomical stuff that's brought up in here.
There's not a whole lot of like anatomical structure, but there are signs that hint at all of these metallic coded people that you've been fighting seem to have originated from here. And this idea, whatever it was. The journal itself appears to be fairly impersonal. No individual is writing their thoughts, ideas, or frustrations in here. It's just matter of fact, things that happened, results of experiments, and a lot of them.
Is there a name in the like front or back or anything in the cover?
No.
Okay.
No name.
Are there any like funny pictures in the margins?
Well,
No funny pictures.
Is there a cool S?
Yes, there's a cool S.
Where? What's it next to?
It's in one of the margins around page 74.
Write that down. That'll be important later.
Yeah.
I only put cool S's next to very important pieces of things I write.
It's true.
So, you were Azoria. What have you learned?
Not a whole lot, other than probably the metal corpses we've been fighting are from this lab.
Oh, from the weird scientist guy who ran away.
Oh, we really should have killed that guy.
Brooklyn. Yeah, we really should have. That was a big oversight on our part.
Yes. Zoria is saying not killing somebody was a bad thing.
Yeah, I know.
We could have killed him non-lethally.
Yeah.
This is true.
Could have taken his arms or something.
Disarmed him.
Yeah, we could have disarmed him.
Huh.
And disliked him. Wore him like a backpack.
Like C-3PO?
What? No. What are you talking about?
So, we must have a performance later this afternoon.
Yes.
What shall we do between now and then, now that we have watched Nines eat lots of oatmeal?
Well,
I didn't say I was eating it.
Oh,
he was warming his feet on it.
my mistake.
All right. Our
Fine, I
list.
am eating it. But I do dip a banana in it. Is it Dole brand bananas?
Do you eat the banana, or are you just
It's
dipping
not
it?
Dole brand bananas.
He hasn't gotten to this market.
No,
Where's my list of things
just
to do? Okay.
nutrient paste.
So we can go. We haven't been to Finest Livery and Crests, Enchanting Taste, the zoo, the Fervent Guard headquarters, the Exotic Pet Store, the Instrument Place, or the newspaper.
Well, what is it you would like to do?
Whatever the group would like to do.
Well, there is only one thing on that list that I must absolutely do, and that is the heraldry thing.
Do you think you'll be taking some time there?
I am just asking them to identify one thing.
And Nines, is there anything you want to do?
Well, I probably shouldn't get a new instrument right before a performance.
Or you definitely should.
I mean, that's really on brand for you.
No, it would be picking up an entirely new a style of play. Like, I don't know, just grab cymbals or something.
If you don't mind, why don't we go to the Monstrous Menagerie? Because Sevens has been pooping about 3 times more than normal lately.
I was wondering why that corner smelled so bad.
I am glad you have your own room.
Oh, yeah.
I just wish you used the corner that's not next to my room.
Oh, no, I used the corner in your room.
Well, let us go to the menagerie place.
I tell Stuart that I need room service.
So there we go.
Yeah, we will head to the Monstrous Menagerie.
After I explain to them how an elevator works.
The steward?
Yeah, the staff at the place that houses the elevator. They might be scared of it. This will help them automate things. like climbing stairs.
All right, you head to the monstrous menagerie. Mm-hmm. They're just opening up by the time you get there. And you see all sorts of very different sorts of pets that are not like in the window in the front, but they're behind a window in the back. And you can see them playing with staff members and being taken care of. So they have what looks like a carnivorous plant that can kind of move around on its own. They've got a hippogriff back there, baby one. They have what looks to be a dire wolf that's just sort of laying on the ground, taking a snooze. Just to give you an idea. The aisles here are wider than usual. It's a fairly large store. And there's just products everywhere. All sorts of different things. Food, toys, grooming, supplies.
I get in a staring contest with the tabby cat that has a hat and pink shoes on.
Where did this tabby cat come from?
I don't know. I say things and sometimes they just exist.
There's a mirror.
Nines is staring at himself in the mirror.
I don't trust you. You look kind of seedy. Nice shoes, though. Have you ever heard of an elevator? Why is it sometimes one G and the other just one? I think I saw an M once.
Hello?
Hey, you're going on something. I'm going to let you go.
He's on a journey. Hello?
Oh, hang on, lassie, hang on. I'm coming out. You see, the counter's quite tall. And you see a hat kind of moving around. Then there's a step stool that's shoved up. And a very beardy dwarf. It makes her way up the stairs.
And
Like
exceptionally bearded.
Oh, and except like
Is it like
this
a
is
beard?
beauty for a dwarf.
Is this like beard with arms popping out the side?
Kinda. Yeah. It's very beardy.
Is it kind of like a beardusa?
No, not a beardusa.
Is that a monster we can fight later?
Maybe.
And if you look at it, you just turn into a beard?
They might have one at the store here.
I don't think they deal in sentient animals. Hi, what's your name?
Name's Argus Stinflin. How are you doing today, lass?
Argus
Stinflin.
Splunton.
Okay.
Stanflan.
Stenflin.
Hey, close enough.
All right. I was wondering if I could get some rearing advice for an exotic pet.
Alright, just getting this out of the way. We don't do otters. We don't do snacks. We don't do normal wolves. That's a non-dire kind. We don't do dogs of any kind. Hyenas are right out. No abnormally large cats of any breed.
Oh no!
I have a boulette.
You know, that's what I'm talking about. That's truly an exotic pet.
His name
Can
is...
you understand anything this person is saying?
No, I don't even know what this guy is saying. He just gawks at me.
Is that mirror enchanted, by the way?
Oh,
all
It's
right.
not even a mirror. It's just
The window.
oblique windows.
So this is Sevens. My boulette is from an egg.
You just hear
Aye,
tens.
nice to meet you, Sevens. So, what kind of advice do you need on raising a bullet?
Well, I've just sort of been winging it up to now.
You know, a lot of people do that.
I've been feeding them mostly meat.
Eh?
Started pooping a lot more lately.
How old is he?
How long has it been? They hatched it on Risto.
It's been about 3 months.
It's been about
3.5 months.
About 3.5 months.
It's time for their first shit.
Their first shit?
No, their first shit.
Oh, shed.
Hey.
We have to buy a shed now? I think we got property.
Good thing. You are saying it's the first shed. How many sheds will this boulette need?
4 or 5 dozen.
Does it get easier as you keep going through them?
Nah.
Do they have to be?
But it's her problem, though, right?
So, do these sheds
Yeah,
do these need to be heated and cooled?
I think it's shedding of the carapace.
Aye.
Can we use the carapace for something cool?
Dunno. Maybe.
Do you have any general advice on raising a boulette?
Is this person saying words?
Oh,
I think
keep
so.
the meat intake up. You're gonna want to make sure you got all sorts of meats, but they also like to have plenty of grains. You got your corns, your the big fan of millet. They also like to chew on rocks, but not until they're about 8 months old.
Oh,
So you got a little ways yet. And rocks are real cheap. In fact, you can lease them out from time to time to help with mining operations.
Oh, that's nice.
Mining operations love it when you just let a boulette into their grounds.
Training. Is there anything I should be targeting in training?
Now, bullets are very observant. Far smarter than most people give them credit for. They like to watch you. They learn from your actions. So if
Don't let it see nines then.
if you model good behavior, be an upright citizen, you know, then you'll be a good citizen too. And not hard to raise, but they do take a lot to feed. You're gonna need to prepare at least 10, 12 pounds of meat a day.
That's fair, yeah.
And when they get older, they're gonna need a great big area to run around in.
Well, we just got some property.
Hey, how
Here.
much?
One of the mansions up in the mountain.
Well, it's not bad. They're gonna need more space than that.
Oh, okay.
You might consider renting out space down below in the fields so they can run around. They like to tunnel and dig underground.
Is there like some sort of boulette owner club in this city?
Bullet Owner Club, not familiar with such a thing, but nobody says they're cutting a stat on.
Do you have or know a someone who can boulette sit? I'm an adventurer, and sometimes I might not be able to always be.
Well, we do have, a kennel service. So you can book one of our kennels and we'll watch them for a few days.
What's the rate?
Well, it depends on the animal. For full-grown bullet, it's 5 silver a day. So, they hit full-grown at about 4 years. Until then, somewhere a little bit less. Right now, that would be about 3 silver a day.
Okay. Well, I'll keep sevens with me until they're too big to carry around, probably.
Yes.
And then you're just gonna ride it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, do you want riding lessons, lass?
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah.
Bullets are right fun to ride, but a bit tricky. You need to have yourself an armored saddle with a splitter on the front. On account that they occasionally dive underground and you need to be shielded from all the dirt and debris flying up in your face.
How much is an armored saddle?
Well, got to have them custom fit, you see, so they can be a bit pricey. Usually 1 to 300 gold range, you know.
I don't know how much I like the idea that we have a warrior and the most amazing bard in the world, but we'll be shown up by a druid riding a boulette that just bursts through the ground.
Uh-huh. I have a harmonica of speak with monstrosities.
It's a very useful thing to have.
And I've been talking to Sevens every single day.
And
Good of you, good of you.
Is there anything I should, I guess, try and teach Sevens while I'm using that?
See, the bullet natural instinct is to run around and to crush and destroy everything. But they model the behavior of their parents.
Sounds like fun, hey?
yes.
So, if you are kind and sweet and constructive, it will be too.
Alright. Any last tips?
Well, one of the things that can be a wee bit hard for new owners is keeping their bullet entertained.
That shouldn't be an issue at all.
We offer a wide range of stimulating toys and activities for you to take home with you, and there's even some fun ones that can be taken with you on the road since you're an adventurer.
Oh, yeah? What kind?
Oh, here, sit down. I'll be there in a minute. Hops down from the
I'll head over
bench.
to the toy aisle.
So, you're going to want to have something to stimulate their brain while they're getting older. They want to solve all sorts of puzzles. Now, you'd like to make sure they have some way to overcome their natural instincts to burrow and dig. That's what I recommend. We've got an endless hole.
Oh, that sounds useful.
I didn't accidentally fall down that while I was wandering.
No.
did I?
Of course, it's not actually endless, but it's a magical
It's a brand
device.
name.
You drop it on the ground, and they get to jump in, and they can just dig and dig and dig and dig, and it just keeps, you know, they feel like they're digging, but they're not really going anywhere.
All right, yeah.
That is kind of like some of our adventures.
How much is
Like
that?
that treadmill that we've.
That's 200 gold.
Okay.
200
But
gold
it's
for a hole in the
guaranteed
ground?
For the
isn't
lifetime
even
of your
in
animal to never be damaged, and if anything should happen to it, including accidental disenchantment, you just bring out all the tattered remains here, and we'll get you a new one right quick.
How do you accidentally disenchant something?
You get hit with like a zone of disenchantment or something.
Aye, that can happen. Lightning strikes can do it too. There's
You
so
should write
much
that down. That
energy.
might be useful later.
Yes. In case we need to disenchant something, we can just make a lightning strike.
Yes, we have that power.
I mean,
Yes, of course. What?
I do. I can make lightning strikes.
Oh,
But isn't that enchanted lightning?
No,
No.
I use nature magic.
well, we should remember that.
It's fey lightning.
Why did not you
What
use...
other toys do you?
This one over here, we call it the indestructible log. He's gonna have all sorts of teething problems over the next few months as he gets all his teeth in. And this is an enchanted log, can take up to 15,000 pounds of pressure on it.
Insight check.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
He's a salesman, so. Oh, I got 22.
You don't get any indication that He's lying. It even says it right on the tag, 15,000 pounds.
But
Also, you should hit that. Make sure it actually works.
I'll test it. Don't worry. Log, what are you gonna be when you grow up? It's a lot of pressure and it held up, so. Yeah, how much is the log?
That one is only 25 gold.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, let's see. Your bullet might like to have a nice warm place to curl up in at night.
A frying pan.
So, I think this, with a little modification, could be just the right thing. So you see that big bag up there? It's hanging off the wall. That's actually meant for certain types of spiders to crawl inside and make it a nest and everything. Yeah, but I think you could fairly easily open the holes up a bit wider, and he should be able to crawl right in. Feel a nice warm tunnel. I think he'd like that.
Is it a heated bag?
Yeah.
Okay. How much is that?
And the inside, it can get up to 180 degrees Celsius.
Oh, wow. Is the code word flame on?
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Perfect.
Also, let's flame on.
How much is that?
That one will be 190 gold, and we'll throw the modifications in for free.
Okay.
They have a hard time turning it too. That's made of a special metal spoon thread.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I'll get all of this.
Alright. Now we do have a food club that you can sign up for, and we'll ship you directly to wherever you live in all of the food that you need.
Oh, really?
Indeed we will. And you can get yourself up to £500 a month, which should be more than enough to sustain your bullet at this point.
Yeah, what's the cost for the club?
That's going to be 120 gold per month.
Is that a magic enchanted club that you shake to make food appear?
Aye.
We already got one of those. We can get a second one though.
So wait, it's just, I'm like renting the club from you.
It's a subscription-based enchantment.
Back in my day, you could just buy the club.
I feel like 500 pounds of meat and grain isn't worth 125 gold a month.
It's portable, that's the thing.
Oh, okay.
You can
Yeah, so
go
what's the
get your
food we
meat
get?
from anywhere, but it's an option that we offer.
I'll probably hold off on the club.
Alright, Lassie. If you change your mind, you know where to find us.
Yeah. Alright, so I think I owe you 450.
I activate the
gold.
brooch of number numbing.
I owe you 450 gold.
Sure, that sounds fine.
Is that right, also?
No, I was not paying attention.
200 plus 190 plus 25.
Do you actually activate the brooch and number?
Do I have to make a save on this?
Now if I activate the brooch of number numbing. I'm trying to help you negotiate. I just didn't consult with you at all first.
Do I have to make a save on the brooch? Is that how it works?
He's active. He can choose the target of it.
Oh, are you doing it on me or on the shopkeeper?
On shopkeep. It's not less funny when you do it.
Oh.
It happens to you. I do it on the shopkeep
So,
before he says the
Okay.
total.
You don't get to know whether it works or not.
I mean, we can do the math.
Well,
Wait, no, we can't. Shit.
So what are your numbers again?
okay, so is that
390.
350 gold?
Right, that sounds a bit right.
Okay. I will pay 350.
So you who are nines.
What?
There are many interesting creatures about in this place, and you do not
Thank
have
you,
a
lass.
pet.
I had the best one right
There's
here.
a frequency gun. I'll punch it for you.
Oh. I thought you were gonna punch it.
How many punches do you need?
Thank you. How many punches do you... Yeah.
Well, it's one punch per gold spent.
Oh.
And all you get are punches on a card. That's it.
What do you redeem it for?
100 punches gets you 35% of your next purchase.
Oh, okay.
There's a good
Well,
deal.
you have 350 punches.
Yeah, that's why.
Can you use them all in the
punch.
same purchase?
Yes, that would make it free.
Shh.
No, it's cash in 100 punches at a time.
So when you cash in the punches, do you like fill them in so that they aren't there anymore?
I just take the card.
But there are
How do you do it?
350 punches. What happens to the other 250 punches?
She's got 3 full cards and 1 half full card.
Oh, that was not clear from this.
I didn't feel like going through that level of description. If I'm honest.
Do you need any pets now that your former pet's a party member?
Well, I used to have a pet, but now I have a companion.
Yeah. Do you need any pets, Nines?
I'm just glaring at the reflection.
Oh, you're still on that? Okay. Nines, that's you.
What?
That's you. It's a reflection.
No, it can't be.
Look, I stand next to you and wave in the...
Oh, you have a friend too, huh?
Then I turn into you. Nines, over here.
Ah! I don't like this shop. We're leaving.
Thank you,
I hit the bell on the way. Is there a bell?
Argus.
Hey, you're very welcome. If you ever need any tips on raising the young one, come on back. I'll be more than happy to help you out.
Perfect, thank you.
Was there a bell?
Oh, was there a bell?
No, there's no bell.
Ah, so you hit the not bell.
I hit something. I don't know what it was. Could have been just like a box of food. Could have been a canary.
Could have been.
I'm just adding my things. Why don't you find us some lunch and we'll make our way over to the manor for the birthday party?
Yeah, is there a place that has watermelon pasta?
Again?
When you have it once, you just like,
It sticks with
it
you.
sticks with you. It just
Yeah,
clings to your.
it's a memory you can never erase.
And you just think, well, like, was it bad? I don't remember. I remember the experience.
That could be
You know
part
what?
of the experience.
No, we're not going back to that place.
It might be part of the experience now that you have said it.
You know, there is a watermelon pasta place.
Just like across
And
the
it's-
street from the.
It's down the road a little ways.
Is there something next door to it?
I mean, there's something next door to it.
No, it's just an isolated building in the middle of town.
Is there another restaurant?
Everything has been
Is there
turned
another
away.
restaurant right near it?
Sure, why not? You know, restaurants tend to all be together.
Yeah, they tend to. So what does this other restaurant sell?
It sells.
Watermelon pasta.
No.
It's pasta served in hollowed out watermelon.
I was gonna say its title is Nothing But Caviar.
Oh, let's go there.
Not even
Also, it's like, I don't want the-
not even little toast
What's
points.
your cheapest caviar?
We have no cheap caviar.
No, your cheapest caviar.
That would be an insult to that caviar.
Your least expensive caviar.
Most modestly priced. So you head to the finest livery and crests. This particular store is an exceptionally high-end place. You only were able to find this because you'd received directions at one point from the steward at the company house. There is no name on the building, no signs, just a very nice window, a door, and a doorbell. That's it.
Is it a nice doorbell?
It looks like it's made out of basically a precious gemstone. Like the entire thing
I
looks
touch
to be
it.
made out of a single precious gemstone.
Grover.
Yeah, I touch it.
It feels like a precious gemstone.
So
I knock.
is
I
it
push the doorbell.
I was
Don't
going
you
to
just
ask,
walk into the building?
is this the kind of doorbell that you ring in order for someone to come open the door? Or is this the kind of doorbell that rings when you open the door?
The farmer.
Ah,
See, and if you
See the
knock,
door.
you don't even have to ask.
All right, so one of us is knocking, one of us is ringing the doorbell, and Olsef is just going to walk in.
no, the door is locked. We have to wait for someone to open
Like,
it.
do we know if it is locked?
Is the door locked?
The door is locked.
Kick it open.
I
We
knock.
have, we're on a
What a
schedule.
great start to this.
I knock.
This is going really well.
And I ring the doorbell.
And I wait at the door, waiting for
And then
someone
we'll
to
Three
come and open.
Stooges our way through.
There's what, 6 of us now.
Holman is like sort of shuffling off to the side. I don't really know them.
Wait, no, you're part of our group. You have to stay within 10 feet.
Here, we'll tie a rope to each other.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
We all held buddy system. Hold hands.
Hold hands.
She's holding hands with Ardamore, who also looks really embarrassed by this thing.
Ardamore is hiding somewhere in a backpack.
So has anyone
This is
answered?
terrible service. We rang the doorbell like 3 minutes ago and no one came to us.
And knocked.
And knocked.
Someone comes to the door. May I help you?
Yes, I hope so.
With?
Oh. I have a special request to help identify an item.
We don't do magic item identification here, but thank you for coming. Have a nice day.
Oh, I don't think this is a magic item.
What sort of item do you need identified? We deal specifically with the heraldry here.
I take out the little scrap of no, I never got it.
It
I
was
only
a
had a
vision.
description of it. What
Write
it is,
down. No.
what it is, I describe the thing that I saw in a vision that I don't really have, but I describe it in great detail, which is that it is a
Draw a
black.
picture.
No.
No.
Explain to me in graphic detail.
This is going so well right now.
I describe it as a black piece of cloth with gold embroidery on it in the shape of an eagle's talon.
Is this something that you want made? A crest? Some sort of imprint on your livery? What
Oh
is it
no,
that you're looking
please leave my liver alone. But what I do want is to know what it might be or where it might be from.
So you're hoping that we can give you information on something that you're describing to me vaguely?
Oh no, I described it very clearly.
Perhaps for someone that doesn't work with crests and heraldry. Let me see if the owner might be able to help. One moment, please wait here.
While we're doing that, or can I like use minor illusion to like make it if he describes it to me?
Minor?
It's just a static thing, right?
It's what?
It's just a static image, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to debate the power of minor illusion to create something very detailed like that.
Yeah, I forget. How.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we can bump it up to major illusion if.
I'd
need to.
say that you would probably, to get it very, very detailed, like Ulseth is describing it, you're going to want to use major illusion because this is something that it's just requiring too much fine work to create out of a minor illusion.
Fine, we'll cast major illusion. I think it will have to roll to see how well we communicate with each other.
How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to say that you're not going to have to roll. You're using a powerful spell. And you can basically just work with him as he's describing it to constantly manipulate and change that thing. Because you're using a lot of your magical ability, this is a potent spell you're using, you're able to recreate the image exactly as Ulseth desires it to look.
How long does that take?
Well, I would ask that you not cast the spell until the owner comes to the door because more than 10 minutes may pass while we are waiting out here.
They might not even come back.
Yes.
I mean, you can copy it though, can't you?
Oh, I mean, I guess.
I mean, you have a book.
You want me to like draw it?
I don't know. I just make the illusions.
As you're
Arguing.
debating the process, and Holwyn is inching away again.
I pull the rope back.
I use major
Come on.
illusion to make
Armor on
another
shoulder.
hill win.
The door opens again. The proprietor will see you.
Oh,
We were told you were talking to the owner.
Yes.
Oh, their
Please
name
come.
is proprietor. We go in.
I pull my major illusion with me.
I pull the one with me.
Artemore comes in my backpack. So I work along with nines, and we manipulate the image until it looks exactly as it was when it was revealed to me.
Yes.
Hello,
While
Mr.
arguing for about
Mr. or
7
Mrs.
minutes.
Proprietor.
The name is Sebastian Ongab.
Sebastian, what?
Ongrab.
Okay.
Horngrab.
H-O-R. Oh, okay. Oh, God.
Sebastian is a gnome. And
A gnome what? Criminal?
Heraldrist.
I want to throw things at
unknown.
you, and I need all the things that I have here, and the only other thing I have is a rock.
So that'll do.
I don't want to hit my cameras.
So,
So you who are Sebastian Ongard,
Yes, it is nice to meet you. I have heard that you have some quest or something that you wish to know more about.
yes. So you who are holding the illusion, could you show them?
No. 2 gold.
do like a blow up.
Yeah. I push it against the wall. I like enhance, zoom in.
Zoom in back and forth really quick.
I like throw it at the wall and it like explodes into this like 3D like star map.
That is a very good illusion.
All I see are threads.
It's a powerful spell. I have to put some theatrics to it.
So,
I mean, yeah, he can do all of that.
It's spinning. It's like it does that pipe thing, like the screensaver pipe,
Oh,
the
okay,
infinite
yeah.
pipes.
Oh wow.
With the threads.
Yeah, with the threads until it creates the image.
There's a toaster flying by for some reason.
No, okay. So what I want to do for the reveal is exactly what Staples did when they did their like the new logo. Did you see that?
No.
Like all it does is they just like stretched out one of the sides of it.
That's
It's an amazing video.
So, that.
That happens.
Yes. It is very important for me to understand what that is and where it may have come from.
You want me to enhance it?
No, I don't think that is necessary. This is an old banner. The last time that I saw it was more than 30 years ago. Marie, please, the champagne. The woman who greeted you at the door brings out a cart with champagne. Hands.
That was an
glass
excellent
on it.
illusion.
Here you go, Artemore.
What do I do with it?
I don't know.
Oh,
Just pour it in the potted plant over there.
Pour it in Ulsa's backpack.
Or drink it.
you're gonna have a sticky backpack.
Yeah. cold and bubbly and sticky. Nice.
Oh, it does smell nice. Yes, this is a good idea that all you uprights have had.
Upright.
What?
Something about him making a slur about people who just stand upright.
Who said it? What's a slur?
It's just a descriptor.
I saw how he said it. It's just like, you uprights.
Yeah, it's better than ugly bags of mustard.
So, 30 years ago,
I saw this when I was. I should never have given you guys
props.
Fake champagne.
I regret everything. I wrote in the description, this is an exceptionally high-end experience, complete with champagne imported from the Navinian Empire and very plush couches. And I hadn't quite described the couches because I was letting you all be dramatic with the illusion, which was very fun. I was like, well, you know what? I wrote champagne, I'll bring this out, and now I regret everything.
I am enjoying the champagne.
Do you have a straw?
No.
Actually, this would be sparkling wine. Because it doesn't come from the Champagne region. That doesn't exist in this world.
It comes from the Navinian Empire. That's basically the champagne.
Do they have a Champagne region?
Yeah.
Oh.
they do.
Ulseth is wondering whether
important-
Sebastian knows anything about the banner.
The important backstory.
He was about to get to that. I saw this
Nice.
last
Shh.
30
I'm just
years
making
ago
it spin right now.
Okay.
when I was being trained in the art of making crests. It was an example that my educator was using. This is a banner from one of the oldest houses in the in the Costerian Empire. The house of these noble elves has been established for roughly 10 generations. And remember, it's our elven generations. More than 10,000 years this house has existed. It is, if I remember correctly, the House of Dumar. He's studying the crest as you've described it to Nines.
D-O-M-A-R?
D-U-M-A-R. They have influence in every part of Costerian society. They are involved with the military, government, arts, sciences, local government. They have a cadet house in nearly every city. Where did you see this banner?
It was left in my village when everybody there disappeared.
How long ago was this?
Oh, it must be now 35 or 40 years.
In 3 months.
It was when I was very young.
Do you have any reason to believe that someone from House Damar was there?
No, I do not understand why someone from Costeria would care about a village of Fudwogs.
Nor do I. The crest that you described, it is not the crest as it would appear on their house or any of their banners. It is the crest as it would appear on pieces of clothing. It is simplified. It's stripped down to the representative ideas. None of the colors, none of the elaborate patterns to show the evolution of the house. It is merely the characters. It allows something to be easily identified as property or character without taking so many pains and so much investment of time. To stitch something with all of the appropriate colors and patterns would take 30 times longer than the simple pattern, gold and black.
And would everybody from the House of Dumar be wearing such a thing, or would it just be some of them?
And typically, this would only be worn by the house if they were in battle.
But my village was not fighting anyone.
The need for such images is uncommon outside of equipment that must be replaced regularly. Perhaps a hunting party. Though I do not know why they would be in your village if they were hunting. The Costarian lands have plenty of places to hunt, and I rarely hear of tragedies. But I don't know what to say.
So I described my village and its location and asked, whether it makes any sense that a Dumarian hunting party would come through and...
The House of Dumar is political. They are very aware of their image, and they protect it. They go to great lengths to ensure that they are not damaging how people view them.
And why would they take the population of an entire Fervent village?
I could not say. It seems like an action not consistent with that family.
Could your master have been from that house?
Oh, but the master did not come for many years until after they had all disappeared.
Oh.
It could be perhaps political sabotage. It is a tragedy what happened to your village. Perhaps they were hoping that someone would find it and come to a conclusion. The long lives of the Arabs do not make them more or less prone to deceit, deception, and downright villainy than the rest of us.
So it is possible that it was not the House of Dumar, but an enemy of the House of Dumar.
It could very well be. I don't know many members of the House of Dumar, but they've never struck me as anything but upstanding is not quite the right word in your language, Glendragon. It is closer to far too concerned with their image to risk taking careless, reckless actions.
So are you aware of perhaps any enemies that they had in the area of the Fervent Wilds?
In the Fervent Wilds, no. The Costarians have long steered away from any involvement in that region. Most nations had, until, of course, the namesake of the region now, Fervent himself. He was able to craft technologies that made it more habitable, made it easier to move about, You're from there. You know how difficult it is to navigate through the thick trees, the swampy areas, all of the marshes, the bogs, the
What's he making from the bones?
the permafrost if you go north. It is an inhospitable area.
Does House Dumar have any connection with the Tashira Noon?
And I cannot say if they have any connection at all for sure. But they may. Hardly any families in Costeria remain unconnected to the Tashira Noon. It is not something that they enjoy discussing, since it is considered a cult. But such ideas grip people at every level of society. Such foolhardy, adventuring types find great draw with their kind.
Are you familiar with a group known as the Order of Remarden?
I've never heard of such a group. Although the name Ramadan is familiar to me.
And what is it that you know of Remarden?
An ancient and rarely spoken of Castilian hero from millennia gone by. I don't know what exactly Ramardan did, but I was led to believe she represented the ideals of the Castilian peoples.
So, you had said that this House of Dumar has outposts in many places. Is there any near here?
I'm sure that they have some connections here in Drogmara. I don't know what.
Would you know anyone who would know?
If anyone knows, it would be members of the nobility. They would have the best idea if a noble house from Costeria is here.
I asked Zoria to quickly make a sketch of the major illusion before it disappears.
As I just keep making it bigger and smaller. I flip it around.
I keep erasing. No.
Yohara Nines, could you hold that still for just a moment as Zoria makes a copy?
But I only got like 30 seconds left.
That is just enough time to... Thank you.
Okay, I don't think it's gonna hurt anyone when they look at it, though.
No.
I could hit them with my stick when they do look at it.
That'll work. I have one question. If
Yes.
that's okay.
Oh, yes, please. Anything that could be of help.
Do you know Otto? Up in Nordfeld?
Yes, I am familiar with Otto.
Oh, okay.
He and I have met several times to consult about various clients.
That's all. I just wanted to know.
So is there anything else that you could tell me that may help understand why someone from the House of Dumar, or perhaps an enemy of the House of Dumar, would take an entire village of furbolgs from the Fervent Wilds?
I don't know. But someone in the family may.
But you also said there wasn't any signs of conflict, right?
No. Someone in which family?
In the House of
Oh,
Dumar.
the House of Dumar.
The interesting thing about noble families, if they care about their image, they are more than happy to turn over people that would threaten it.
Well, this has been most interesting and has created yet another mystery that I must pursue.
How much would it be to get like a cool logo for an adventuring party?
A custom-made crest from this house.
What? No, for our adventuring party.
Yes, from this design house. us.
Yeah. How much?
Are you looking for a simple design or
Yeah, something like a stack of pancakes that says the midnight brunch on it.
Maybe a sausage?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's spelled out in sausages.
Spelled correctly this time.
Yeah. Not like that other place.
For something that modest? I would be willing to design this for you for 1,500 gold.
Elsa, this is your quest.
Oh. Oh, I cannot afford that, unfortunately.
What?
No,
We just got a job.
We'll think about it.
we will think about that. Thank you.
Sure.
But I do have a question. What do you think happened to Fervin?
I don't dwell on the subject.
You don't have to dwell, I just have to ask the question.
I think he blew up.
Does everyone think he blew up just because there was a giant explosion?
We're going to Lord Maven Herthan's birthday shortly here. Is there anything suspicious we need to know about him? Watch out for.
Not that I can think of, no.
Oh, okay. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
the champagne.
You're welcome.
It is, I believe, very good. Thank you.
It smells great in your backpack. The leather and champagne mixing together.
Yeah, it is likely to be there for some time. I hope Ardemore enjoys it.
All right.
Well, we gotta get going,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I put a glass in the potted plant and walk away.
You head out.
I'll set it next to the coaster.
Okay.
Next to it.
Yeah.
So
right
you,
directly on the wood.
We head to the birthday.
You head to the birthday party. Okay. You arrive and make your way towards the staff entrance as instructed.
And we stand outside until exactly 4:45. Mm-hmm. And then the second it ticks over,
The door opens.
we'll go in.
Okay. You head on in. There's a bunch of catering individuals getting everything ready and prepping a whole giant meal. The estate manager who you've met is waiting for you. Oh, good, you've arrived.
Exactly, it's 4:45.
As instructed.
We're gonna follow instructions.
I
We're
appreciate
not good at following instructions, but we did that well.
I hope that you're ready, and I do apologize for the short notice. The Lord of the Manor has instructed his guests to arrive in 10 minutes.
That does not
Who
give us
shows
very
up
much
at
to-
4:55? To show up at 5.
He's eccentric.
My lord indicated that he wanted enough time to eat twice this evening.
I like him. That's a great plan.
Yeah, this guy's cool.
Are we able to eat twice as well?
You are to be guests at the dinner and the evening meal.
Which comes first?
Dinner.
Oh, that checks out.
I do like dinner. This is a good
Can I
plan.
squeeze a supper in there somewhere?
Maybe some
My
dinner.
lord does not like the term supper.
No. Don't say that.
No, do not say supper.
I go through
tell
my
Ardemore
song
not to
list.
say
I cross out
Like apple.
supper for life, the first supper, supper, my favorite meal.
Dinner will be served in 1 hour at 5:55. Then evening meal will be served at approximately 9 p.m. this evening, or whenever my lord deems it appropriate. Until the dinner is served, the 4 of you are to, 5, nodding towards Ardmore, the 5 of you are to engage in your assigned entertainments. You may choose any of the entertainment areas to perform your craft. The entire first floor, save for the kitchen, is reserved for this evening's guests.
So this is before dinner, but are we to perform also between dinner and evening meal?
That is my understanding of my lord's wishes, yes.
All right. Well,
So-
let's get cracking.
If we're not eating, we are working.
Yep.
Joke's on them. I'm always eating. Pudding just
A
coming
whole
from
turkey
the...
leg.
I was just gonna pour pudding from my knife,
Oh.
but
Why? Just get some pudding from over there.
So our guests arriving now?
Oh, yes. Yes, the guests are starting to
Alright.
arrive.
well, I go to the pudding
So-
tube.
You go to the what?
The pudding tube.
The pudding tube. Okay.
I'm apparently.
I don't understand why we can't just like have pudding for plumbing.
There are weird places that have
So,
soup plumbing.
to review everyone's assignments, Nines was to entertain the guests with music. Ulseth was to provide caricatures of the guests. Then, Soria, you were to dance, I believe.
That's why I am taking the form of Tristan currently.
Okay. Holman was going to perform up close magic, which is basically just
Stealing.
yeah, it's just pickpocketing. It's pickpocketing with flair. That's what it seems to be. And then Ardmore was going to read poetry, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. First, Nines, being that you're the musical performer, which room would you like to take? There are 6 rooms to choose from. There's the dining hall that's being set up for the meals. There's the foyer that has, everyone coming into it. There's the library, the salon, the bar, and the billiards room.
I feel like if I'm in the dining room,
I was
they
thinking.
will expect me to like not eat all the time.
Yeah, and the dining room might have a giant clamshell for Ardmore to stand in while he reads poetry.
What? Why would they have that?
Oh, rich people are weird.
Or
And I think with the library, because it's a private event, they don't get mad if you are loud in it.
Yeah.
But if I go to the bar, people might give me free drinks.
Oh,
So
I think
I'm gonna go to
probably
the
the bar.
bar.
They'll also be the most like laid back there.
Okay, you're gonna go to the bar. Ulseth, where do you want to set up?
For your caricatures.
well, it seems like the salon would be the place where art would be
Okay.
created.
Yeah, you head to the salon. The estate manager brings an easel and several brushes and paints along for you. Where do you want to dance?
Well,
Sorry.
wait, what does Tristan's
Or,
voice sound
excuse me,
like?
Tristan.
Oh, hey. Wherever there's a pole.
He sounds like that.
You can make up a voice wherever we go. No one's gonna.
No one's heard them before.
Wherever there's a pole, there's
There's Paul, there's Tristan. Can we put that on a t-shirt?
Tell you what, if any one of our viewers would like a wherever there's a pole, there's Tristan t-shirt, go ahead and send us a DM on any platform that we're on, and we'll just ignore it because I'm not making that.
So I'm guessing the billiards room then?
Well, there's sticks in the billiards room.
I can work with that.
All right, get to the billiards room.
Oh, yeah.
Holman is going to be a roaming performer.
I didn't know that was an
That's
option.
not fair.
Holman, steal as much as possible.
Yeah, these dudes are super rich. What do you think I was going to
And they won't keep track of any of it.
Yeah, they'll think it's fun.
All right.
Super rich
But
people
we'll
don't
split
carry
the...
cash.
Yeah.
No, from the manor.
Oh, from the manor.
If you guys keep them distracted and get them, kind of drunk, I'll steal from them.
We
And
are
we'll
going to
split
get
it.
so mad. We have gotten mad when people have stolen from us.
Oh, yeah, very. But we don't have that much to steal.
We have a lot to steal.
You guys are worth a lot of money. You guys have a lot of money.
All right. So, I'm just limbering up
So are there any rooms with a giant clamshell?
for Ardmore.
Like the rooms that are left, the dining room and the foyer? There's three rooms left.
So the Armor will go to the library
That seems like a good place for poetry.
for
Right?
a poetry recitation. Okay.
They're resuscitating the poems.
Yep. So let's go down. Ulseth, since you are going to be actually drawing, what the viewers can't see here, I have put up a picture of your first noble. And you are to make your best effort at a caricature. That's, I'm going to zoom in on this gentleman's
What's
face.
the guy's name?
His name is Reese Verhoeven.
I want to get
Reese
the spelling
Verhoeven?
right.
Reese, R-E-E-S-E. And if you can't spell Verhoeven,
You are not from this region.
you're not from here.
One F or twos.
This one is one.
Is Hoffen capitalized? Fur?
Yeah.
Hoffen?
No, it's one word in this. If you live in the West Michigan area, you'll understand. I am not going to show the images that Ulseth is basing his caricatures on because I don't have the artist's permission to use these images. They're just images that we got from a simple Google search for some terms. So we're not going to show them. That's why you can't see them. Sorry, viewers.
Are they going to see my drawing?
Yeah.
Yes.
See your
you have to
drawings.
show the drawing to the camera.
Yes.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Nines. What sort of music are you performing?
Well, I'm famously known for looting,
What
You
do
are?
so we'll do that.
Okay.
What do they want me to play?
Energetic music.
Energetic music.
Do I need to roll for it?
No, you're not under any sort of pressure, and your skill is not in question here.
Yeah. Well, then we'll just play something.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the billiards rooms,
I'm stretching with a cue.
just carefully listening for Nines' music. Just like, yeah. All right, and Holwyn is going around performing up-close magic, which is just fancy pickpocketing. And
How's that working out?
you don't know yet. Holman is very busy. You're hearing a lot of laughter and entertainment, joyous noises coming from where they are. Artemore's out of earshot for all of you, just the layout of the rooms. So, but slowly you notice that there's a lot of nobles going to the library. So Artemore seems to be attracting a bit of an audience, and they do seem entertained, if only by the sheer fact that Artemore is an awakened otter and is reciting poetry. So that's fairly,
Poetry he wrote.
Poetry
or are they
he
giving
wrote.
him poetry?
no, this is all poetry he wrote. So, you know, Artemore is making a name for himself. So,
I think we have our first caricature.
we have the first caricature done. And
How do you want to
Let's-
display it?
Do you want
Should
to?
I hold it up in front of your face?
well, I can turn on. We have one of our battle maps still out here because I haven't bothered to clean that up. But I'm gonna turn the map on.
Is that camera running?
It is not running.
So we can't do that.
So we can't do that.
You want me to shove it in front
Yeah,
of
just shove it in
The
front of-
viewers
cover my
have
camera.
no idea how lucky they are that they couldn't see. Oh,
Here we go.
Reese V.
The intensity of the
It's so
closeness of this
intense.
image is great. I love it.
Yeah, hold it back.
I want to give some credit here because this is actually a fairly good likeness of the image.
Yeah, this is pretty solid. Here, maybe if
know?
I hold it back a little like that, you can see this one.
I'm well done. That's,
Do you want to
that's a
describe
pretty
it
good
for
likeness.
our ear watchers?
So the image that you are seeing here, I can describe it to them. This is a very regal-looking gentleman. In the image drawn, it's clear that he has quite a bit of hair, a mane of hair.
On one
And-
side, at least.
Yeah.
on one side.
On one side. It's kind of covering up his right eye. So it's doing that swoop down. It's honestly, if it were dyed black and purple, this would be an
Very
emo haircut. This
yeah.
would be an emo haircut. And he has like a full beard, very groomed. In Ulsted's illustration, it looks a little bit like a Van Dyke. A little Van Dyke-y. It's very, very nice looking. There's a big poofy element over on the right shoulder
like a
that's
fur.
mostly squiggles. And then there's some other a different type of poofery over on the left shoulder.
It's a pauldron, I think.
It's yes, it's a pauldron, but in the caricature, it kind of comes off like one of those poofy.
Like a boa?
Not quite a boa. You know how in like a lot of Shakespearean costuming, you get the poofy
yeah.
arms. It looks a little bit like that in this. This looks like one of Shakespeare's classic dumb himbo characters. That's like a
Tristan or
who's the one in Taming of the Shrew? There's a great himbo character, and I can't think of his name.
I'm blanking too.
So, very well done.
Oh, wow.
And it is signed Reese V, but it needs your signature.
Yeah, you
full
need-
set.
you need to-
have that. So
Autograph it.
well
Or-
done.
Or monogram it or whatever. Your little.
We can auction it off to the internet.
All right. So you need a new noble to draw. Well,
Yeah, there is the next noble that comes to you. She is
Nice hat.
Again, don't have the artist's permission, so we're not going to be showing any of these images. She has a very, very fancy hat with feather and quite a fancy necklace.
what's her name?
Her name is let me find the right one.
You are charging them for these, right?
Oh yeah, that was like 10
This
gold.
is Jean Leroux.
Jean.
Mhm.
La R-U-E
R-E-U.
with a capital R.
Yes. All right. Nines. What's your next little ditty here?
Also, that's charging 10 gold a drawing.
Aren't you supposed to be
Oh
dancing?
yeah, that's fine.
I don't know.
I'm still warming up.
Yeah, you're limbering.
I've been limbering for
You're
the last
limbering.
hour or two.
Yeah, limbering with
I just-
using like oils to limber up.
Yeah. People are just watching it. Me limber up.
It's like yeah, gotta get that oil on.
Did anyone buy me a drink yet?
Oh, sure, why not?
How many?
2.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's usually how many beer tickets a band gets.
Yeah, so
I have no idea.
You got 2 drinks.
Do I have to do any dancing? Or
If I have
am
to play,
good?
if someone has to draw,
Just
you have to
limbering?
dance.
I mean, let's dance a little bit here,
Okay. Do I have to roll for this?
if you want to.
What sort of roll is it?
Performance.
Okay, then I'm going to use Eagle's Splendor
Okay,
to give myself advantage.
that sounds like a fantastic idea.
Tristan, don't fail me. Performance, that is a 23.
Oh, so you actually are dancing quite well.
I'm dancing well. I am
Yeah.
on top of the billiard table. And I'm doing like, I don't have any room to do this here. But I'm doing like spins with like one of the cues.
Yeah.
And like I'm up on top of the billiard table, sort of grinding it sometimes. You know, I'm doing
Nice.
a very vigorous performance.
Nice.
Sweaty.
It's hard to tell
Tristan
whether
is-
it's sweat or oil.
Tristan, he is hairless
Well, yeah.
from the eyebrows down.
That's
I'm
a
watching
great
the
way of putting it.
I'm watching this caricature come together. It's fantastic.
It's mostly hat. I like it.
It's a caricature.
No, I like it. It's great. It's an A+.
It's amazing. All right.
You chose the right person to do this.
You see Holwyn flit by.
I
the
do a
room?
wink and a nod to
And-
Owen.
Holwyn comes up and is like looks like they're kind of groping someone, but
Ooh.
they're like pulling out different objects that they had on the
Whoa,
person.
from the grove?
And just like, oh, this looks like somebody's pocket
Handkerchief.
watch. This looks like someone's handkerchief, and oh, this looks like somebody's purse. Like, they're just like pulling out all sorts of things from other people's stuff, and people are having a riot. They're going around just like pickpocketing people and then handing them their stuff back.
The billiard table felt is very oily now, by the way.
Oh, good, good. From the library, you hear just there's a lot of it. There's a lot of soft clapter.
Is there a lot of wows coming from
Clapter.
there? Clapster?
Clap.
So we have Jean Leroux is ready. Are you prepared?
I think we're prepared. It is mostly hat, and I love it.
My favorite part is it looks like a shoe.
Kind of does. Yeah.
That's really good.
It does.
Alright, so
Most fancy hats look like a
I'll
shoe.
describe this for our listening people, the ear watchers. So Jean Leroux, she has 40% hat, 40% hat, 30% hair, 30% face. So the hat, imagine like there's a feather on the left, and it looks kind of like a feather is sticking out of like an odd-looking chicken drumstick with a stovepipe behind it.
Just like the picture.
And she's got kind of beneath the chicken drumstick hat. I'm just describing this the way I see it. She's got a Dorito.
Also, that's hungry.
What's a Dorito? What's a Dorito?
She's got a Dorito. Then there's a
Cotton candy.
it is a cotton candy amount.
What's
of,
cotton
like,
candy?
Like a cotton
I
candy.
know we've seen cotton candy.
We've definitely
we have
seen
done
like
Yeah,
a cotton
yes.
candy hedge maze with what appears to be someone's signature in it. There's a signature there. Then an ear, which actually looks kind of like a treble clef. And then a face. There's eyes and nose.
all the regular
Yeah,
faces.
so
The
for the people who can see, tell me if you can't see a Dorito in there. I see a Dorito.
If you see Dorito, leave a comment.
See? Yeah, if there's a Dorito there, I see a Dorito. Well done.
I see the shoe.
You need to sign
I personally see the shoe.
And you've been charging 50 gold for each one, right?
For this one, for sure.
Has product
She
placement.
gives you
Get
50
along.
gold for that.
Okay.
The
50 gold from now
at
on,
this
thank you.
point, you've been entertaining for a little bit now. The estate manager comes out and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served. Please adjourn to the dining room for this evening's first servings." And then all of the nobles start shuffling into the dining room.
We're guests too, right?
Yes, yes,
good.
there are many tables set up in here, and there's actually a table. I mean, it's off in the corner, closest to the kitchen, but there's a table set aside for midnight brunch.
Does it
Does
have a
it-
name?
It does. It actually has midnight brunch on it.
Is there brunch on there?
No, you're getting all the same food that everyone else is, and none of it's brunch food.
It's
Yep.
not a table. It's not a bad table. It's not like the little kids' table in the corner kind of thing or anything, right?
I mean, it's a full table. The placement in the room is perhaps less than ideal because you're right next to the kitchen doors. It's a
Oh,
lot
that
of
means the
going in
food gets
and
there
out,
hot.
Yeah, it gets hot and
Yeah.
you get it fast.
Yeah.
But you guys do get, you're not served first because that would piss off all the nobles, right? But when you are served, the food is nice and hot and everything. And it's a very good meal.
This cold soup is hot.
And as you take your first bites, that's when we're going to take a break. And we're going to go get maybe a couple bites of our own. So, head to the bathroom, do care whatever you need. We'll be back in a few minutes. See you then. Welcome back, everyone. We have returned from break, and when we left off, Midnight Brunch was just sitting down for their
Afternoon supper.
afternoon supper.
No, specifically not supper.
We went over that, The
I'm a rebel.
The Lord does not like
Gonna get us kicked out. We won't be able to
the
eat
term
second
supper.
meal.
Ooh, that's a good point.
So, when we return, you guys are finishing up your meal.
Was it good? Did we enjoy it?
Oh, it was an excellent meal. When all of a sudden, from the other end of the room, so you guys, like I said, kind of in the corner by the kitchen, the far end of the room away from you, you hear a woman scream. And
Olsef, was that you?
I'm not going to
No,
scream.
not that time.
Don't expect it.
Ah!
Sure, there you go. Well, I've already had it's super dry in the house this week and everything, so my throat's gonna scratchy already. I'm not gonna stress it by screaming.
We run over weapons drawn.
There is a person laying on the ground, all bloody.
And it's not Nines.
Their clothes are all bloodied.
Ooh.
I know this is a murder mystery.
What?
What?
Someone was just murdered.
Is it their blood?
And we don't know who it is, so it's a murder mystery.
We don't know they're dead. We don't know
you
it's
run
their
over
blood.
all four of you with your weapons drawn and everything.
Is
Is
Ardmore
Ardmore
just
still
like...
eating clams?
Artemore's not running into danger here.
Fair.
Ardmore.
Danger's probably already dead.
Yeah, we run over
How do we know
weapons
that
drawn.
he's not the aggressor?
Also,
He might
take
be.
down everyone in the immediate area.
Someone at the table
I'm
that you
listening
run
to the narration here.
Someone at the table that you run up to stands up. It's a gentleman, very fine suit. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a murder. And the whole room goes,
Do we go out too?
I don't know. You're the characters.
I do.
I do.
Oh.
Does Holman?
Holman has never
I don't.
been in a situation like this. That I'm not.
I
gonna
go.
They've never been near a murder.
Is there a
They've
fainting
been with
couch?
us.
Is there a fainting couch nearby?
They've never been to like a place where someone was apparently publicly murdered. Although, sorry, you do notice that the individual who was murdered, their chest is rising and falling.
I didn't need to make a medicine check for that.
No, you didn't. This is
Am
really.
I the only one that notices?
You don't know. You don't know if you're the only one who notices.
Okay.
Insight
Of-
check on the crowd.
Of your
The
party,
whole crowd.
you're the only one who notices.
Okay.
Because they're
That's what
a
I'm
fairly
at.
good actor. So the breathing is fairly shallow, but you have a trained eye in medicine, and you realize quickly that, okay, they're breathing. Also, there's no like slashes or anything in their clothing. And
So I pull out my dagger and say, "Gonna have to do an autopsy." No, just kidding.
so that's
Adventures of shirtless Dr. Treston.
She wasn't oiled.
Don't worry, I'm hairless.
And
as he raises
Below
his
the eyebrows.
below the eyebrows, as he lifts his eyebrows.
what were you saying, Elizabeth?
I was wondering what the announcement continued to say.
The announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats while we conduct an investigation. Now, hopefully, no one else will be injured, and then all the lights go dark.
Should we cast Revivify?
We're not in our seats.
And
I fall down. And I pour a health potion.
No, you pour the potion of Revivify.
as the lights go out, the guy who was providing the information to the audience turns to Ulseth and, like, whispers quite clearly in your ear, "Hey, give me a hand carrying this person out of here, would you?"
Will this stuff get all over me?
You have gleaming armor.
No,
No, I don't have gleaming armor.
you'll be fine.
Okay.
So you
put them over my shoulder.
Oh, you're just gonna do it all on your own.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna carry this person out together. So
No,
you go,
just lead the way.
All right, the corpse goes. As you
I do this all the time with 9s. It is not very difficult.
As you toss them over your shoulder. Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. And get out of the room. Some of the other actors have positioned themselves throughout the crowd and going, ah, oh, you know, like making little screaming noises. People are terrified.
Kind of like the PBS Mystery Theater.
A little bit like that, yeah.
Yeah. Not that we know what that
Is
is.
Holland
but like that.
pickpocketing people in the darkness?
You don't know.
I assume so.
And then some of the people at the table are kind of making like boom, boom. Like it sounds kind of like they're fighting or something.
Oh.
And then the lights come back on just as Ulseth has gotten the first body out of the room. And you set the woman down. She's like, hey, be a little more gentle next time. Jeez, I wasn't ready to get picked up and thrown over a shoulder. Ugh. And
Sorry.
that's the perfect response. I'm gonna get that as a sound effect button to add in. Just Ulseth. So,
What do you mean, first body?
yeah, well, when the lights come back on, in the other corner of the room, not too far away from where you guys were sitting, there's another person, this time a gentleman who's collapsed over, covered with blood. There's been another murder! And everyone in the crowd goes, and Holman is like, ah!
And Ulseth goes, do I have to carry this one too?
Well, please, you young strapping man, help me move this woman out of here. See if we can save her life.
I thought it was a gentleman who was murdered this time.
A gentleman. Yeah.
Wasn't that a dude?
Yes, that's what I meant.
We need
Right on.
We need like a continuity supervisor or something.
That's me.
Yeah,
Oh, there.
it's Tristan.
Is
right.
Tristan carrying this corpse out?
Tristan does get his hands dirty.
Just oily.
He has people for that.
It's Tristan's just for show.
So,
Is-
how did Ardamore react to this? Because it was right near Ardamore.
Ardamore is intrigued by this display and just kind of munching away on.
Clams.
Clam
Clams.
sandwich.
Yeah,
He hasn't been sentient for very long. For all he knows, this is just how dinners happen.
That's
pretty
true.
much.
That's true, yeah.
He's just like,
Huh. If you get a lot of people together for dinner,
People die.
yeah.
then they just die. That's fun. That's interesting.
Yeah.
People supper and then people suffer.
It's dinner.
No supper.
So you piece together fairly quickly. This is indeed a murder mystery. As you're out in the hall, the general manager for the estate comes up to you. I don't know what's going on. This wasn't part of the plan tonight.
This is the guy who hired us. Is it just Ulseth out there?
Unless anyone else followed him.
Oh, I'm pretending to be a corpse.
Oh, you're just joining in.
And you're not wanting to get dirty. So I hear about that in the hall.
Don't know what's going on. This isn't part of the plan. Now, I have a feeling that my lord decided to hire additional entertainers and didn't tell me.
Oh, is that something that would happen?
Yes.
So, should we solve the mystery or just blow the ruse open?
Just go along with it.
That is easy. I come back and report that we are to go along with it.
Okay. You're back in the room. Now, there's no way that anyone can leave the room. We don't know who the murderer is.
I just left the room.
So all of you
You're
will
a
have to
performer.
stay here while we investigate. Could it be you? Or you? Or you? There's no way to know. But we will find out. Together!
Oh, sorry.
But I thought
But
there was no
way to know.
My
Great.
Having been to a murder mystery like this, I feel like I'm
You're
kind of nailing
capturing
it.
It'd be better if we were on a train.
So a couple of the people from the, what's become clear, an acting troupe, they come up to you all. Okay, now, the guy who hired us is like the birthday party guy, whatever, some big lord or whatever. Said that you guys would help us out. So, did you get your parts? Oh, okay. All right.
We will have to ad-lib. You are doing good ad-libbing on the floor.
You're nicely done. We didn't really need another corpse, but you know.
No, it's fine.
He's just taking a nap.
I cast catnap on
But
myself.
why'd you pour a health potion on yourself?
You know.
So, you're told to gather together and move around the room to various tables with different nobles and people of import and discuss the murder with them. You're supposed to drop some information to them.
We have to
So
drop
they
things on the
get a little
tables.
bit of a clue as to what's going on. And the clues that you're supposed to give them are that the first murder was a cousin of what's the lord's name here? Who's the dude?
It's Maven Herthon.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a cousin of Maven Herthon. And the second guy, well, that was Maven Herthon. He wanted to be part of the show. So now he's sitting up in some like creepy observing room watching everyone. Yeah, you can probably see you. So you're supposed to let him know that Herthon and his cousin both dead. Because, you know, that's going to be part of the mystery. Don't worry, the other troop members, they're going around, they're giving them other information. You guys just have to drop that, alright?
Should I tell them about the murder cult?
What?
The murder cult?
There's no murder cult.
Yeah, there is.
I feel like I could use one, though.
Okay, look, I know the act isn't perfect, but we're working on
Oh,
it.
okay,
We
that's
have to
fine.
make it kind of, you know, dumbed down.
Oh, that's fair.
Is it like a murder guild?
No. I mean, I guess we're kind of like a murder guild without
Oh.
murdering. Yeah. Anyway, you know how it is.
What's your troop name?
Oh, we're just traveling mysteries.
Oh, that's a good name.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You know, we always have to design these things to cater to like the lowest common denominator. Right? It's the, you know, the trash cans, right? You can't design a trash can that'll both keep out the smartest owl bears and that the dumbest tourists are going to know how to use. It's impossible because the smartest owl bears are usually smarter than the dumbest tourists. Anyway, we have to fall in that category.
So what are our characters?
Whatever you guys want them to be, it's fine.
Oh.
Maybe we should just be ourselves since everybody hadn't, you know, already been in contact with us. Except you can be somebody else.
Alright, I'll be someone else.
I will be me, because people had lined up for miles to get their caricatures drawn.
I'll be Tristan with a deerstalker cat.
I got my part right here. Roll over. I fart.
Scratch the butt.
Guys just escaped from the corpse.
Nines.
It's called role playing.
Roll
What?
play.
Alright, I'll go
Don't
into-
roll, or you will.
I roll over and fart.
We'll go in.
You just stay here.
We'll go into the dining hall now.
Okay. So,
I am Detective Tristan and my plucky assistant, Ulseth.
I used to be a caricaturist, but now I am a detective.
He also moonlights as a police sketch artist.
I have a question about Tristan.
Yeah.
Do you have the badge just
Yeah.
on your
no,
skin
too oily for it to stick.
for it to pierce?
You wear it on
through?
a lanyard.
Yeah, I wear a lanyard.
Do you
So-
always have to like open your jacket,
I
even
have
though
a
it's
jacket.
already open? Like you have to
No
be like,
jacket. No jacket.
So you who are sitting at this table,
Oh, yes.
we have identified the victims of the murders.
Oh, who was it?
Why, the first murder was the cousin of Lord Hirathon.
Oh. Oh, well, I certainly feel bad for Teresa.
And the second was... Do you want to do the honors?
Oh no, you are the leader.
Lord Hirathon himself.
Oh.
Done. Done.
That's so terrible.
Should I make done
Some of the other
soup?
nobles are just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Sort of knocking back some drinks. So, who do we know that might want them dead?
That's for you to find out.
"Aren't you the detective?"
No, you're laying on the floor.
I'm a
you have
corpse.
nothing to say.
I don't have a high performance score.
We are to gather clues and come up with an answer to this mystery.
All right.
So what do you think happened to Fervent?
That information will cost 100 gold.
One of the troop members is like,
We go on to the
On
next
to the
table.
next table.
If you who are at this table that we are about to leave,
where are you going?
we are going about the room trying to gather clues, but if you come up with any information that may help us solve this murder, please come see us immediately.
All right, I will.
You can tell who we are by our appearance.
Very good, thank you.
What kind of statement is that? Okay. You
So
can
you-
tell we are by our I liked it.
Oh, yeah.
So you go to the next table.
You doing good, Nines?
We do the same thing. Should we keep repeating this?
Yeah.
You who are at this table,
I am Detective Tristan.
Oh,
and I am the
Detective
assistant
Preston.
Ulseth.
now, weren't you dancing earlier?
I see you appreciate the art of mystery solving and dancing.
I thought you were gonna do a deep undercover joke.
No, she's
Not clever enough to think of that.
I'm in character.
Deep cover.
I see you appreciate deep cover.
Oh, yes, I do. I do appreciate deep cover,
Yes.
yeah.
This would be where if Nines were here, there would be winking.
So, do we know who was killed?
Oh, not yet.
Yes, we do. We know who was killed.
Oh, yes.
Assistant.
But we do not know who did the killing.
The murdered was none other than Teresa Hirathon, Maven's cousin, and Maven Hirathon himself.
Without a doubt.
The confidence. No. Perfect.
And we are real detectives doing real detecting. I do a persuasion.
Now that I have accidentally told you confidential investigation information, I must move on to the next table. Unless you have any questions?
Or clues or suggestions as to who might wish to kill our host.
Oh, no. I wouldn't know who wanted to kill. Well, our wonderful host this evening and his magnificent cousin. I would know. He's one of the most beloved people in town. There must have been some sort of horrible turn of fate. He's kind of turning to the other people at the table.
Most of them are like,
There's one woman who's just sort of like reading a book. Whatever.
Yes. I guess we should be looking for someone named Fate.
what?
What are the acting troupe members like?
We're moving on now.
That is very good moving. That was
right.
almost as good as your dancing.
Thank you.
You move on.
Do the same thing. You who are at this table.
Yeah.
The murdered was Maven Hathon and his cousin Teresa. We're moving to the next table now.
You know, I'm really sick of Herthon's crap like this.
Does he do
He's
this
always-
often?
He kills himself at his parties.
He's always got to do something just tasteless like this. It's really disgusting, if you ask me.
I take it you do not like
This
the
is
host.
the murderer.
The table is all kind of nodding in agreement, like, this is really just... This is gross.
It was pretty gross. There was red stuff all over. Yuck.
There's dozens of people that are missing in the city right now, and he pulls this kind of crap.
What do you mean?
Have you guys been living under a rock?
Yes.
Yes, we were under a rock for several weeks.
There's dozens of people missing in the city right now.
Oh, have they been missing recently?
Yeah, including... I'm just glad he's not here to see it. My friend, Lord Mog.
Lord Mog. 1 G or 2?
Just one.
And Lord Mog is one of the missing people?
No, his daughter is missing.
Plot twist.
Lady
so-
Romina, right over here. He points to a woman at the table who's actually kind of sobbing. Yeah. Her son's been missing for a month now.
So is everyone who has been missing the son or daughter of somebody?
Well, yeah.
Can we just
I-
can we have a spin-off of Detective Olseth?
Can I
One more thing.
Can I get a
Can I
raggedy
take
trench coat?
Also, one more thing. May I have that fritter when I leave?
I mean, Ulseth is like whatever the opposite of Columbo is, apparently. You're just like, oh, one more thing. Do you think that this person had parents?
When did
But that would be the opposite of what I just asked.
When did these
and the answer would be the same.
when did these disappearances start?
They just started hitting the nobility here in the last 2 months. Over there at the other table. See the guy who's wearing the dark gray hat? That's Lord Hamar Tybalt. His son,
We know
Brenner,
those.
went missing 3 months ago. But has been hitting the city for longer.
What was the son's name?
Brenner.
Brenner.
B-R-I-N-R. Not that you get the spelling, but that's how it's spelled.
A Tibok.
There's 3 noble children that have gone missing. But this is the nobility. There's dozens of people who aren't nobles. All sorts of commoners and merchants. There's hundreds. They've been going missing for months now. Guards keep it all hushed up. They're looking.
Has this only been happening in Drogmara?
I mean, as far as I know, but you know, missing people doesn't really travel between cities very often. It's just not one of those topics of conversation.
So if hundreds of people are missing, how do they keep this quiet?
They just keep saying stuff like, well, I'm sure they left on an adventure. It's not that uncommon, I admit, but the first 10 or so, I could believe maybe they just got up and left one day. After that, no.
Is there any place they are consistently disappearing? Any part of town?
All over the place. Is that at this point one of the acting troupe is like, come on. This table is clearly not into this whole vibe.
Well, we got a job to do.
Yeah, I know you do. It's not your fault. Sorry for our poor mood.
That's fine. We'll move on now.
So you go to the next table.
Yeah.
Ooh, what are we gonna learn now?
My name is Detective Trevin.
Trevin?
Sorry, this
thought you were
acting is
doing
very
it.
stressful for me.
Ooh, Detective Treston.
I was undercover as a dancer earlier in the billiard room.
I saw.
You were not. You actually were uncovered. Yes.
This is my assistant, Seth.
Hi.
Hello. You were at this table.
We have learned through our investigations that the murdered was Teresa Hirthon and her cousin, Maven Hirthon.
Our evening's host.
How could this be?
Oh, I love these games. Charles, I'm so glad that Maven paid for this tonight. It's so fun. Oh, he's probably watching up there. Hi.
How many of them are doing that with like clenched teeth?
Oh, this table's like super into this.
Oh.
Anyway, we must go talk to the rest of the guests unless you have a question.
Do we know who might have killed them?
That's for you to find out.
Oh, of course. How could I be so silly?
So
You do the
any
next
of-
table.
I go to the next table. You who are at this table,
Yeah.
we will tell you who has been killed and then ask if you have any suspects.
Oh. Okay.
So
Who's been killed?
Maven and his cousin.
Lord Maven and his cousin.
Oh, darn. It was probably that guy. Points over at one of the troop members who's, like, dressed kind of like a generic butler.
Is he twirling a mustache?
Yes, but it's over here.
He's twirling someone else's mustache.
He's just a generic butler, kind of like pretend dusting things.
Yeah, you're carrying a bloody knife.
He has a little spot of red on
Like,
part of his outfit.
on like
Yeah.
the cuff.
Yeah, like it's really painfully obvious here. I'm guessing it's probably, I don't know, that butler over there.
Ah,
Let's
The
take him
butler.
down.
so
Please roleplay tackling
has,
him.
have any of your relatives gone missing over the last 3 months?
They all just sort of turn their chairs like, I don't know what this is about, but it's not funny. And they just turn away from you.
It only seems that one table has been afflicted by the disappearances.
Well, we know the one with the tibble at it was also. Do we have to get to the next table?
Yeah, you head to the next table.
How many tables are there?
I mean, dozens. There's dozens
no.
of tables.
Do they have to hit every single one?
Maybe? You don't know.
You were
You're
at
not
this-
clued in on any of this. You're just being taken along for the ride.
I mean, I'm hearing what they're instructed to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you who are at this table,
Yeah.
yes, you do not seem to be enjoying your evening.
It's just a stupid game. This is just tasteless.
I hope it is not too stupid and tasteless since we are part of it.
Like, you people just get hired. This isn't your fault.
These are the most understanding rich people I've ever encountered in this game session.
You're not encountering them. You're laying on the floor.
I hear them.
Excuse me.
And yes, I am continuously farting because that's what dead people do.
So we have found that the victims of the murders have been Lord Maven and his cousin.
Teresa.
It'd be fine if they actually died. I'm so sick of this crap. I don't know why I'm here.
You
You
came here
seem
for a birthday party.
Dejected.
Like, it's just tasteless.
Why?
Pulling
is-
this kind of crap with all of the disappearances. And people aren't disappearing. They're getting murdered. I know it. They just don't want to say it.
Oh, how do you know that the disappeared have been murdered?
What else has happened to them? They've been missing for months. So it's been going on almost a year now. Since this started.
Is there any cause being suspected?
No.
Are the dragons being targeted?
We don't know. I mean, they live inside the mountain.
Huh.
And, they have clutches of, hundreds of newborns. It's kind of hard to notice from an outsider's perspective when one of them goes missing. Unless it's one of the really big noticeable ones.
So, have you noticed any patterns in the people who have been missing? Are they of the same age? Friends? Neighbors?
It's all over the place. So, a couple of the women who work at my business, they're best friends with one of the people that went missing. I let one of them take leave, and she's been working on trying to find him ever since. It's been more than 3 months ago.
Do you mind telling us what her name is? We're actually adventurers with the
No,
company of
just-
Blades.
Don't push too hard. Look, her name's Fodari Pill.
Fidari?
Fodari Pill. Don't pressure or anything. Don't need to add aggravation or stresses to her life. It's her best friend,
What was
Tamoy Ognar.
Tam? How is
Tamoy, Timoy. Ognar.
So, have you noticed any patterns at all? Age, if they are men or women, if they are all of the same race, like humans or elves?
It's hard to keep track. And you don't know who's really missing, who's been killed, what's happening. I mean, people do just get up and leave in this life, Well, that's not unheard of. People get restless, they get bored, they want a different life for themselves. They sign up with one of your companies, see you're part of the company of Blades, and they head out for some grand adventure. Most of the time, they, face one sour encounter, get their butts whooped. Sometimes they get killed out there. And if they don't like it, they come home or get buried. So you never know, but something's up.
Well, Seth, do you think that the murder cult is active again?
We do not know that these people have been murdered. We do not have. Have you found bodies?
No, nothing's been found.
Have there been any dimensional rifts forming randomly?
What? No.
Oh.
Dimensional rifts.
Odd runes showing up on walls?
No. Nothing. See, that's the weird part, right? Crime is down. Like, there's hardly anything going on. Robberies, break-ins, muggings,
Pie stealing?
pie steal, sure, whatever. Right, all of it. it's just not happening. I mean, I'd like to think that our, city here is so great and perfect that no one would ever resort to crime, but I know it's not. Something's up. And I don't know what. But this is tasteless.
So,
Maven's always pulling this crap. Last year when tensions first started to really flare up between us and the Republic, you know what Maven did then? He made a big old fireworks display that was the Korma Republic's flag getting blown up in the fireworks by the old Glendrangan Empire flag. He's just antagonizing people. He loves to thumb his nose at anything he can. Stir the pot. Jackass. Carries a lot of power in the city, so you have to curry favor with him, lest he starts screwing around, getting your projects, getting all of your funds. Oh, suddenly everything's inaccessible. Nobody likes him.
it sounds like many people had a motive to murder him.
Yes, including the butler.
Yeah, no one would mind it too much if he just suddenly kicked off. His cousin, too.
Oh, what is wrong with the cousin?
Mostly, she's annoying. She'll blather your ear off. But she encourages this kind of behavior. Not that he wouldn't do it on his own, but she's not exactly helping the situation either. Ugh. I hate these stupid parties. You know, he has one about every 2 or 3 months.
A birthday party?
No, well... There's always his birthday, then his cousin's. And they come up with random excuses. Independence Day is one that he likes to celebrate. That's the day that the Cormor Republic separated itself from the rest of the Cormarian Empire. He calls it Independence Day. It's sort of a, you know, national embarrassment. Yet he throws a big party to celebrate it. Gives you any idea the kind of person he is.
The kind of person who would hire us for entertainers.
Yeah, we're very bad.
Hey, look.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I feel bad every time he drags some entertainers, like you nice folks up here. Especially people, don't take this the wrong way. I can tell you're not trained entertainers. Well, you are.
I give a thumbs up.
Are you still laying on the floor at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he was, except for maybe, you know, your tabaxi friend over there. What was his name? Nines?
You remembered its name.
It's.
Well,
is a
you are
corpse now.
dead.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty good performer.
He's famous. He used to tour with The Voice.
Lucky him.
He sucks.
Anyway,
To blave.
I always feel bad when Maven drags you guys into this crap. But
Well,
just wanted
tips
to say
are
sorry.
always appreciated.
yeah, here. Tosses you a little bag.
How come you get the bag? Share the bag.
I'm the detective.
You can
My
add,
ears twitch when the gold rings in the bag, by the way.
You can add 150 silver.
Okay, so you get
Oh, the bag is
75
150 silver.
silver.
Okay.
What?
Your course.
Hey, what about me?
Oh, you are you with us, Owen?
Yeah, I just have to also play all the other characters so I don't get a whole lot of talking time.
I don't know how to divide 125 by 3. Preston's brain.
It's 150.
Oh, was it 150?
Yeah.
Oh, here's 50.
That's just too perfect.
Oh, I forgot to turn this off.
Didn't help.
From over in the other corner of the room. We've managed to narrow down our possible murderers to just 3. Everyone, let us adjourn to the billiards room to narrow down who it could be.
But you said it was already narrow.
And be careful of oil slicks, everyone.
Don't touch the pole.
Some people start getting up and moving, others, hey, look, I'm gonna take my chance and get out of here. As good as the food is, I don't want to stick around. Nice
But there
to
is an
meet you all.
evening meal.
Goodbye.
The table sort of gets up and you see them head towards the door.
Did they make it to the door?
Well, you can only assume. The front door is out of line of sight, is what I'm saying.
Ooh, they might all be
All
disappearing.
right, once all the people leave, except the ones that are just not going to get up, I get up so I can continue eating.
Okay, sure.
I suppose we go to the billiards room because we're supposed to be performing.
We are going to the billiards room.
Um,
You watch out here to make sure that they have not all just disappeared.
the general manager comes over
Have
to
a
you.
big drum leg. Just
I am terribly sorry for the turn of events this evening. Lord Maven is eccentric.
Well, because we are providing additional entertainment, will you increase our fee?
Yes, I shall give you each another 50 gold as recompense for the unexpected demands. And he hands each of you an additional a little envelope. You may consider your services rendered for this evening. I don't think we need to clutter the hall with any more individuals. Thank you again for coming, and we shall send proper thanks to the Company of Blades for meeting our odd request.
You do not wish us to stay for the evening meal?
I don't believe it's going to get any better.
Can I
But
get a good to-go box?
Yes, I shall have... We're having breakfast pizzas for the second meal. I shall have some delivered.
Justin.
I shall have several delivered to the company house for you. But please, if I'm honest, it will make my job easier to handle 6 fewer entertainers.
Okay, but who is the murderer?
The murderer?
Yeah.
The butler.
Oh,
It's always the butler.
fair.
We need to remember that in case we
Aren't
come
you the
across
butler?
another.
No, I'm the estate manager.
Oh, okay.
When we get a butler, we'll call him an estate manager.
Smart. Then we can't be killed.
We'll be immortal.
There are only 5 of us.
What? Did
Is
you
the
get?
captain
Did
with
you
us?
get the 50 gold for Artemore?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
He
Okay.
did work.
Yeah. And we, and we'll get
And
the rest of our pay.
Please tell them. Here is the remaining bag for your other female companion.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, it's Owen gone. Wait, who?
Zoria.
Your Tristan.
Oh, I'm Tristan. I was like,
You just got an extra 50.
oh, nice.
You guys keep pulling that stunt and trying to make it work. I figured maybe sometimes it would.
and
It worked.
but nobody knew what you were talking about.
Not even us.
The people trying to pull the con.
We were counting the numbers. It was like,
Oh, I still haven't turned this off yet.
All right.
Thank you again. I bid you adieu. And
adieu to you. To
yes,
All right. As we leave, I'll turn back into Sora after we get out.
Okay.
So, sounds like the murder cult's back on.
Scrubs, do I have to go back to the sewers?
Maybe.
I feel like there's a lot of sewers in this place.
Or none. I mean, it's like in a mountain with like a volcano under it.
Hey, yo! I point at some person who's walking by.
Okay. Sure.
What if their toilets just drop it into lava and it burns it up?
How much sewers does the city have?
I don't know. Probably lots.
You know who we could ask?
No.
Why not?
I'm just a random dude.
I know! I just created you of sheer will,
Let's head
but I
back.
expected you to know more!
Nines.
What?
We need to head back to the company house.
Nines is getting very
It's
meta.
getting really close to second dinner.
So you head back
And
to the
pizzas will be
house.
delivered for us.
Is it going to be shared with the entire company?
No.
No.
Okay, good.
They
Well,
will be given to us by
Like it.
name.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how much pizza we get.
Yeah.
Okay, we go back.
Okay. You do that.
Okay. So there are
pizzas there yet?
there are several important things we need to do here. One, get paid.
Yeah.
Two,
Film in the contract.
ask about what anybody here knows about all of these disappearances, because I'm sure the company of Blades is aware of them and just didn't bother telling us for some reason. But we will ask.
They know what happens when we get involved in investigations. Usually more people die.
And three, make sure we get our pizzas. In that order.
Okay.
Can we move the
Although
find out about
you
the
might-
murder call and put pizzas in front of that?
Why don't we do that at the same time?
Okay, well, pizza party murder mystery.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
so
Steward. As we
Yes.
walk in. We've completed our contract with Lord Maven Herthen.
Ah. Yes, I see that the contract has been signaled as complete for this evening. Here is your payment.
I believe it was 2,000 gold.
Yes.
So, Artemore, do you do money?
Not really, but it is shiny.
Okay.
Give him a couple gold.
Well, he has the
doesn't
50.
Artemore isn't a member.
I mean, Artemore's a member.
Artemore did just get paid 50 gold.
Yeah, so he's
but
got
it doesn't-
shinies. Is he on? Is he on
Yeah.
the rolls for midnight brunch then?
I think so.
Oh, that's right.
We
We
should
only
add
got-
him if he's not.
We got, yeah.
Steward, we need to add Artemore to the midnight brunch.
Very well. If you would sign, sir.
Paw print.
Paw print.
Very good. You have added another member to your party. You're now up to 5.
Sometimes 6.
Yeah, sometimes 6.
So 500 gold each then.
Yeah.
It was 2,000 gold, right?
If you're splitting it with Artemore.
Armor
Well,
doesn't
are
need
we?
that much money.
I thought Artemore said that he didn't care too much about money.
It's up to you guys.
He doesn't.
Ultimately.
When he figures out the concept of money, we can start giving him money.
Yeah. We'll give him shiny rocks for now.
Artemore has just figured out the value of money, but
No.
not until after we get paid.
Yeah. So I believe we're getting some pizza. If you could bring it over to the table when it gets here.
Of course.
Thank you. All right, let's sit down and talk about this murder call thing.
What's to talk about? There's another murder cult.
Well, or
It's
it's
another
the
branch of the same murder
Yeah.
call.
So that's why I set the disc out on the table, put it on speaker. Doll?
Yes.
Are you big again?
Yes, I am.
You were embiggened?
That is, for all intents and purposes, accurate. Yes.
How are you doing?
Is Dole on speaker? Can we
Yeah,
hear?
yeah. I specifically said put it on speaker.
I just like
Well,
all
I
stuff
was
and just
writing
asking
things
about.
down.
Oh,
I was doing arithmetic.
why?
It's-
I was adding on my gold.
We're having this conversation in front of.
Yeah. How are you doing, Dole?
I'm well. How are you?
Would you
Pretty
like to
well.
tell us why you got small?
No, actually.
Oh,
It's
It
embarrassing.
is an embarrassing story.
Hey, is that murder call still happening around you?
Not that I have been made aware of.
Because there's a lot of murders happening near us.
Yeah. There's been like hundreds of disappearances here in Drogmara without any sign of it.
Are they murdered or just have disappeared?
Disappeared, never come back. It seems like the guards are maybe hushing it up.
I am surprised. Drogmara has a reputation for being very above board.
Well, that's the weird thing is crime has also dropped like crazy here. At the same time as all these disappearances.
Perhaps they are related. But two events occurring at the same time cannot necessarily be construed to be related. Be careful of what conclusions you draw.
Elsa's pretty good at drawing. I just wanted to fill you in that we may or may not need you to close any dimensional rifts into unknown horrors.
I appreciate the warning.
And if there is a murder cult, is there any way we can investigate it? Like, is there any, like, based on what you knew from the previous murder cult, are there any signs we should look for? Should we go back into the sewers and look for runes that hurt? Things like that.
Let's not do that part.
It may prove prudent, but please be careful. If the events in Nordfeld are of any indication, if this is related, it is not to be trifled with.
Okay, so if we get
We
into
will definitely not trifle.
if we get into trifling territory, should we call you again?
If you get into anything to do with that cult, please reach out.
Okay.
Are the pizzas here yet?
Yes, the pizzas are here.
How many pizzas?
6. There's 6 of you.
Are they
At
just like
least
mini
according
pizza?
to
Are
the...
they like regular sized pizzas?
Or personal size pizza.
No, they're like extra large.
Oh, is there like some pimply teenager that's dropping them off?
No. It's being delivered on a little, like, cart thing.
A self-moving cart thing?
Yeah.
Can we keep the cart?
No, the moment the pizzas are picked up, it goes...
So if we leave one on, it will stay with us forever. I pick up 5 pizzas.
By the time you're able to maybe reverse engineer that,
So, you who are steward,
Cardi.
I must interrupt. You who are steward,
yes.
yes, there were 3 things, and 2 of them have been accomplished, but the third has not. The third one being the one that was actually second on the list.
I like how you're giving them all these details.
Remind me what it is that you wish.
What do you know about all these disappearances?
Nothing more than you do.
How do you know what we know?
We were talking about very loudly on speaker out in the middle of
The
floor.
steward just gestures towards Nines.
So, Dole, what's your favorite kind of cult? I'm just continuing the conversation. You don't actually have to answer.
Jam and jelly cults.
I like Blue Oyster. Go on.
So, do you know who might know more about this? Because it is our understanding that this has been going on and information is being covered up. Which means not being told, which means being held secret.
Ask about Fodry Plim.
Really? I do not have any more information to share.
But you have information you are just not willing to share?
No.
That is what you said.
Do you want an insight check also?
Must you always be so
Suspicious?
difficult and suspicious, irrationally so?
I'm sorry, he just played a detective.
Assistant.
Perhaps it would be good to remind you that we are a mercenary guild. We are not the detectives of the city. We are not the city's guards. We are paid to do work.
Ah, so we must talk to the city's detectives and guards.
Yeah.
Hired for it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Hey.
if there are many people who have lost relatives, they may be willing to hire
Hey,
us
Dole?
by name to do an
Yes.
investigation.
Would you want to hire us to investigate the murder cult?
I shall consider that,
Okay.
but I will need to confer with others in my order. It may cause political complications.
Well,
Let's just get one of the rich people to do it. We'll send them a
So-
postcard. Relative murdered. Midnight brunch solves case. Or breakfast free.
tell Slinrin that we would appreciate it if the Arcane Masters hired us.
I shall convey that message. Is there anything else?
Now let's make this postcard idea.
I think that's all that you need to be here for. We got to deal with the postcard situation.
Then I hope
Nines
you
is
have a very good
intoxicated
evening.
on breakfast pizzas.
Champagne.
Dole hangs up.
Okay, so in order to do this, what I suggest is when morning comes, I will use Skywrite and put murdered relative, ask for us by name, the midnight brunch. And then we just wait until someone hires us.
Shouldn't you tell them where, like the Company of Blades house, or
What am I, the marketing department?
apparently
Wait, how many words do I get?
Yeah.
25 or something? 10?
Let's see. Because I have to start using the spell. It was very difficult to use it in a cave for like
A
3
week.
weeks.
Yeah.
10 words.
10 words.
So
That is not very many.
murdered relative.
I feel like people won't like that.
Can you use punctuations?
I
Does
think
that
that's
count?
part of it.
I don't think people will like the Skywrite.
Brunch at the Company of Blade. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it works. We can do that. Murdered relatives hire midnight brunch at the Company of Blades. We'll throw that up in the morning. We'll get brunch, and by the time we get back to the company house, we will. I've spelled that wrong.
I hope they do not. I hope they do not. I hope they do not think that you're asking them to hire us to murder relatives.
What do you guys think that's happening?
I want to say 75%.
It'll be a great adventure if something like that happens.
Why don't we do a little investigation on our own, and maybe someone will hire us, like this Fedori Plim. Fadri Plim? Pilm?
Well, there's Vodari Pilm, there is the Tilbok, Briner Tilbok, and there is Lord Mog. These are all people we might ask questions of.
Yeah, why don't we start there? Maybe they'll hire us.
But they want to put words in the sky.
Why don't you just say stuff like the voice sucks every morning or something?
But I want to get paid for it.
So we will have a plan.
That's just putting the voice sucks is just the passion thing.
Okay, well, you continue to work on your message. Perhaps you can try it out on other members of the Saltworthy to see what their reaction is.
Why don't you parse it a little better so it doesn't sound like we're being hired to assassinate family members?
You keep working on that while we make a plan.
And why don't we make a plan over breakfast? Because I've been doing a lot of thinking today as Trustin, and I need to get my head out of Trustin.
Oh, thinking as Trustin must be very, very painful.
It was very difficult.
So, but I think we will question the 3 who have lost relatives. We will
Yeah.
question guards and they will not answer any of our questions.
I need to talk to the Royal Guard anyway about this diadem that we have.
Yes.
So maybe we can do that.
The diadem may get us entrance to people who are important.
Right.
Okay, I reworked it.
Okay.
Murdered relatives? We solve mysteries! Midnight Brunch, Company of Blades.
Better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we'll put that all over the sky.
All right, sure.
We'll do the first thing when light comes.
Oh, yes. It would be better if they could see it.
Hey, I can't do it now. It's dark out.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're smart.
Yeah, we're smart. We solved the mystery.
It was the butler.
All right.
Yeah, we solved that by asking who did it.
I think we're gonna go to bed.
Okay.
No, first we will do practicing
Yeah.
things.
I would like to practice my changeling language.
I'm going to practice my expertise in fervent tech.
I'll do the ocarina. Wow.
81.
You were working on what, sorry?
Changeling language.
Okay. Well, Seth?
Fervent tech expertise 53.
Okay. And 9.
Ocarina 87.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So the next time you must do thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Why do not you become somebody whose brain will not hurt by the thinking?
It doesn't actually work that way, but thinking in another character can be hard.
Oh.
Oh, so if you think as Zoria, it will not hurt as much as if you
Yeah.
thought by somebody else.
Exactly.
By the way, everyone,
How much did you steal?
we'll split it up tomorrow. I have a whole bunch of jewelry
All right.
and
Oh,
watches and wallets.
Oh, we need to go to like a pawn shop, right?
And coin purses.
Or-
Oh, I mean, I got a mini smelter.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Can you smelt this 5 pounds of platinum silverware?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I don't have a mini smelter.
Oh.
I was just checking their inventory sheet.
They don't have a mini smelter.
see.
We
I see
need
that
to
now.
invest in a mini smelter.
Yeah.
Like, why do I need to do an insight check when I can just look at the inventory that they have on them? As every normal human
So
being
I
does.
think we should try and sell off that stuff tomorrow too while we're doing our other errands.
So you have been listening to all of the conversations, although not participating. What do you think has happened?
I think we went to a bad birthday party and got paid a lot of money to do it, and then entertained some nobles, and then didn't entertain some other nobles, and I pickpocketed a whole lot of people. Then we had pizza. Oh, and talked to Dole.
Did we fill you in on the murder cult thing at all?
No.
That sounds like a tomorrow thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you do not want to look at the runes before
you don't
go
want
to
to look
sleep.
at these runes.
I think you guys have shown them the runes.
Did I?
I think early on you did.
Okay.
That sounds like something we would do in press.
But I don't believe that you filled them in on
Murder cult.
the murder cult
Well,
that you guys encountered in
We're
Murder
gonna
Cult.
be digging into it, so we'll fill you in tomorrow.
Okay. I can do that. Go to bed and dream of a murder. Nope.
Dream of money,
I am...
jewelry, stolen jewelry.
I'm going to be meditating all night then. Got it.
Great,
You know-
have fun with that. Night.
Good night.
I must congratulate you, though.
On...
Yep, you did all sorts of heisting and got out without an exit plan.
That's true. I think that's called personal growth.
Yes, that's what it means when you just steal a bunch of things from people.
Yes.
And get away with it.
Huh. So every time you steal a pie, you are growing.
Yes. Further out.
I think on that note, that'll conclude today's session. And that you guys are making a pretty good habit of going to bed, and that's the end of the session. It's convenient. It's a nice way to end.
The murder cult's back.
But he knows the murder cult.
I mean,
Could
it's
be
pretty.
a murder religion at this point.
You don't know that they murdered. My entire village disappeared.
There's hundreds of random people all over the city. It's super murder cult sounding.
And crime went down at the same time, so they were
Coincidence?
only killing.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll find out next time. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Until next week, stay safe.
Don't steal pies.
Enjoy the warmer
No,
weather.
Steal pies. I endorse it. Steal all the pies.
Apparently, they want you to do petty crimes.
Big boy
which you
crimes.
Big
shouldn't.
boy crime.
No, don't.
Make pie,
Don't
put it
do
on
that.
your own windowsill, and then go outside and steal it.
That's fine. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.